What's up, guys? It's Keep Trades. It is March 18th, an unfortunate day. Title of this video, we made a mistake. That mistake is nothing against the market, it is on my end. And it's okay, we will learn from it. But this is how you should be placing your stop losses in choppy markets so you can avoid getting stopped out and let your trade deliver better. So off the open, we saw this aggressive sell-off. But I still wanted to look short because we had a narrative point that I wanted to see hit. And the narrative target that I wanted to see met today, once we fill a new week opening gap, was I was calling for 611 the whole time. I want to see 611 into this unfilled 4-hour imbalance, and then I want to look for buyers. And that is exactly what happened. But just not the way we wanted to see it. The delivery is totally fine. My original plan was to seek up into this 15-minute fair value gap first, and then find the sell model to 611 4-hour. But I saw an internal setup I liked, and we were willing to give it a small size position try. Again, this was a mistake. We already know 15 minutes in the open, the market is choppy. So number one, when the market is choppy, we're not going to expect what? We're not going to expect an efficient delivery, nor are we going to expect clean price action. So here's the mistake I made. I wanted to play this trade tight. It's a dual-edged sword. When the market is slow and choppy, you want to take profits quick, but you also have to give it a bigger stop loss because you want to be able to factor in the chop. So I took an internal model here. We see a sweep of the sell side, and we see a nice inverse fair value gap closed here. Not enough for me to get a setup just yet. Once I saw this 1-minute bearish fair value gap get a nice rejection, and we inversed this bullish, I played short here at 75. Right? But what I was looking at was I wanted a scale break even here, partial at a new low, and then runner TP at the 4-hour, which got met. But where I placed my stop loss was the biggest issue. I got short here, and I ended up placing my stop loss at this wick high, which 90% of the time, when we see an aggressive sell-off, when we see a clear market, that stop loss there is 100% totally fine. But if we look at the action, we know very well that this market is not clean nor is it efficient. Yes, I am confident in my draws lower, but does not mean I should be playing a trade without factoring my risk properly. Again, the stop loss is okay when we see efficient and clear action. Clearly didn't have that. But I was playing this trade too tight, right? I wanted to get in here. My stop was 25 points. I wanted to get a 1-to-1 at this mark for 25 points as well, and then a scale and a scale. What should have happened is I should have been confident in this trade. I could have maybe said, okay, once we take this internal low, I will go break even, and then I want to get my first scale here and full TP here. Would have been totally fine. But I placed my stop too tight. Here's the mistake that I make. Again, it's okay in this. It's okay in efficient markets, but not okay in this action. Right? As you can see, we got short. Not really any green. We got stopped out pretty fast. Right? Here's the mistake I made. If we have a 1-minute bearish fair value gap here, market can pop above it and sell off. It can pop above it, chop around, blah, blah, and still sell off. Until it breaks above this fair value gap or furthermore inverses it, my trade is not wrong. So this is how we should have played this trade. We should have saw the reject. Again, I think my point of entry is totally fine. I think the setup is totally fine. We got our inverse. I grabbed short. Right? We dug higher. We didn't even break above this fair value gap. We rejected. We closed below it even. My stop loss should have been minimum placed at this fair value gap formation's high. Now, as you can see, we would have been able to factor in this 1-minute fair value gap better, and it would have delivered fine. But then we look at it, right? A 36-point risk is a pretty big risk for us, and I wanted my target here. But I should be able to be confident in my 611 4-hour draw. I should be confident in the aggressive selling to a new low. And I believe I probably should have just went break even at this internal low and target these lows. Now, if we look at it now, a 36-point stop, but my profit is what, 41 points, a 1-to-1, a little bit over 1-to-1. And then we can capture on almost a 2-to-1 at 64 points. This is the way the trade should have been. It's either this. It's either we accept the risk at 36 points, size down, and factor in the trade properly, or don't take the trade at all. Instead, I did what? Played way too conservative with a stop loss here, and a TP here, played way too tight, and ended up stop hunting me very nastily and delivered. So that is a mistake on my end. I cannot blame inefficient markets because if we look at it, we already knew that. So it's all about adapting. Stop loss, right? Factoring in the fair value gap, bearish properly, we've been able to get in and catch this nice trade. But it's okay. We take losses. Mistakes happen. For me, what's important is that we were right on the trade, and it's a mistake on our end. So we are going to fix it. Again, day off tomorrow, but we still have 2 days left in the week to end off this week green and end off this week strong, and we will stay disciplined and look forward to the next setup. That's the most important part. Disregard it, learn your lesson, show up the next day, and wait for the next high-quality setup. And you want to execute that with proper size, and you want to capitalize on your trade properly, and we will make it back. But that's going to be a quick video for March 18th, how you should play your stop losses. And thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you want to join the Discord, we have a link in the bio. We'd be happy to have any and all new members. Until next time, guys, peace out.